Nadszedł czas zmiany, przejścia do prawdziwego działania wszechświata. I nadszedł czas, aby zrozumieć, że używamy stanu materii, by osiągnąć poziom zrozumienia duszy człowieka. Teraz rozumiesz, być może, dlaczego Kreator wysłał swoich posłańców w imię tego, co miałeś. To oni przynoszą uszy, aby można było ich użyć, gdy nadejdzie czas Mesjasza. Mogę nauczyć duszę i przesłanie, nie by się przeciwstawiać, ale poprzez ich zrozumienie przez tych, którzy stali się Mesjaszami, aby dawać ze swoich dusz, aby ich elewować. Zadanie stało się łatwe. Szkoła jest tutaj i uczniowie są tutaj w oddaniu. Wtedy nie będzie żadnej walki między tym, co nazywają muzułmanami a chrześcijanami. Baranek i lew będą jeść i spać w tym samym gnieździe. Chrześcijanie i muzułmanie będą spać i modlić się w meczecie, w tym samym kościele, w imię ich dusz, nie w imię religii, które są używane do tworzenia tak wielu konfliktów, dla korzyści tych, którzy byli hiperaktywnymi dziećmi. Nadszedł czas, czas zmian jest tutaj. I jak powiedziałem, moje życzenie jest moim rozkazem. Jeśli pragniesz ujrzeć pokój, droga pokoju jest wyłożona bardzo wyraźnie. To dusza świadomości zbiorowej. Poprzez dawanie stworzy tą pozycję zmiany. Nic innego. W duszy człowieka nie ma długopisu. Jestem pewien, że po wejściu do społeczności uniwersalnej nigdy nie zobaczysz niczego zapisanego, ale równowagę pól duszy egzystencji. Staraj się być na tyle pokornym, aby nie stać się aroganckim w mocy, którą zrozumiałeś i posiadłeś. Inaczej wpadniesz w tą samą ścieżkę kościoła i meczetu. To jest to, co obiecaliśmy i to właśnie dostarczyliśmy. Musimy zrozumieć działanie duszy i musimy zrozumieć, że dusza człowieka jest gwiazdą w kosmosie wszechświata. Jeśli porównamy duszę człowieka i tak wielu nas, 7 miliardów w jednym zbiorze, Ziemia jest jak galaktyka z tak wieloma gwiazdami. Kiedy patrzymy w głąb wszechświata, widzimy galaktyki z setkami milionów gwiazd. Podobnie jest z planetą Ziemią. Niesie 7 miliardów pięknych gwiazd, które są duszą człowieka. Niesie z sobą duszę tak wielu trylionów zwierząt, roślin i wszystkiego innego. Jeśli więc patrzą ci, którzy nie widzą fizyczności Ziemi i jej zawartości, co widzą? Widzą galaktykę z wielką ilością pięknych, świecących świateł. Każda według swojej siły. Każda zgodnie ze swoją pozycją. Niemowlę ma piękną duszę, podobnie jak staruszek. Dla tych niefizycznych, którzy nie widzą fizycznego wymiaru tej planety, ale widzą siłę pola, jesteśmy gromadami gwiazd. Ludzka rasa, każda pojedyncza dusza, nikt z daleka nie widzi. To jest dusza rybaka, to jest dusza kosmologa, to jest dusza prezydenta. Wszystkie świecą bez względu na fizyczność. To jest magia. Oto co nowa nauka musi przynieść człowiekowi. Kiedy patrzymy przez naszą duszę, widzimy tylko gwiazdy w innych duszach. I to jest przełom. To jest zrozumienie. Na tym właśnie polegają te wszystkie nauki. Dojście do dojrzałości następnego poziomu, aby zrozumieć daleki kosmos. Wszechświat jest ostrygą dla tych dusz, które służą. Wtedy człowiek jest gotowy do wejścia w kosmos. Wtedy człowiek jest gotowy, aby stać się częścią uniwersalnej społeczności, która została obiecana. Nigdy nie obiecywałem wam nieba. Zawsze obiecywałem wam elewację człowieka, aby przyłączył się do rodziny. A teraz macie klucz. To wy musicie otworzyć drzwi, aby zrozumieć, że mogę elewować duszę tych ludzi lub milionów innych dusz, że fizyczne życie na tej planecie zmieni się. Wtedy jestem godny bycia częścią społeczności uniwersalnej, by być, aby służyć, aby się rozwijać, by być tam, aby być częścią, że w cyklu życia wszechświata staje się w byciu częścią, staje się częścią totalności. Kiedy człowiek osiągnie ten punkt, pojawi się nowy wymiar w sile duszy człowieka, który jest poza wyobrażeniem zrozumienia życia fizycznego. To jest brama do otwarcia nowego życia w nowym wymiarze, co jest poza wyobrażeniem tego, co mogliście nazwać nowym początkiem, nowym cyklem, gdzie ten cykl niesie ze sobą źródło stworzenia życia we wszechświecie i unikosie. To jest elewacja duszy, aby służyć. Stała się kluczem. Nie tron życia fizycznego. Czas jest odpowiedni. Nadszedł czas, aby człowiek przeszedł przez ten proces.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 373rd Knowledge Seekers Workshop for Thursday, March 25th, 2021. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute Education Department and part of the public teachings in English. My name is Rick Crammond. I'm a host today. And of course, we're hosting Mr. Keshe of the Keshe Foundation. And here he is to present today's Knowledge Seekers Workshop. Hello, Mr. Keshe.
Good morning, good day to you. As usual, wherever and whenever you listen to this series of Knowledge Seekers KFSSI teachings. It's the first time we transmit these teachings on the KFTV, and as usual, there are some teething problems, but we're gradually getting there. We welcome you to your television, and we try to keep the Thursday morning live as usual, but not ever will be the same. We try sometimes, if it's possible, to be in the studio, sometimes outside, but in so many ways, we share knowledge unconditionally and together. It's taken a long time to get to this point, and as you've seen, the recordings slowly start getting loaded up on the television channel this week. And gradually we build it up to a full-time 24 hours television. And in a way, it's not just as a recording that you can go on to, but it has a schedule that you can come in through according to your language, or if you want to be in English, when there is a transmission in that language. It's a midway between what we call television and what we call internet on demand, which means on every week, every certain hours, the language appointed will release their video or their program for 1 hour, including the news, teaching, and testimonial. And this will be kept that way, which means everybody will be updated every week. It's the same as what we do on Thursdays and Tuesdays. Now, the languages will have a time slot. This already will be published on the screen that you can follow. In so many ways, the progress and the development of the Keshe Foundation technology now is taking shape in a very rapid way. You have seen the Keshe Foundation has opened up on Amazon. Keshe Foundation, the 3 famous books will be released on Amazon in a way to be built to some of the bestsellers as it has been. Now it can be poured internationally. The Keshe Foundation website will be revamped, and what we call the Keshe Foundation platform for products, as a platform that all the knowledge seekers around the world can put their products on the server in conjunction with the Keshe Foundation for their own national language and sections. We are building one nation, one planet as a full structure from every aspect. There is no priority and there is no somebody second in line. Everybody gets an equal chance. You are a participant in developing this television station and the rest of the Keshe Foundation. More or less, as I said, from 21st of March, I stepped down from the day-to-day running of the Keshe Foundation, but still stay in charge fully over the whole operation and organization of the Keshe Foundation worldwide. I have accepted certain positions and certain responsibilities, which takes me beyond the position of the Keshe Foundation, but allows the Keshe Foundation to be recognized internationally. In due course, we will explain the position I accepted, and you will hear it through the Keshe Foundation media system. We had to do this to take shape and take responsibility for our position internationally. Keshe Foundation University soon will be announced in conjunction with a major university where we teach inside within the university. You can go to the country, you can join and learn and develop the technology. As you have heard, Keshe Foundation soon will open the responsibility for the understanding of the technology through international means. I'm a nuclear physicist. I'm a great advocate of nuclear technology for deeper space. It is my responsibility to bring the knowledge of nuclear in a new way as a plasma technology and not as a weapon technology. In deep space, we cannot work, we cannot live without understanding of the nuclear interaction and nuclear plasma technology and radiation. We'll be wiped out. And secondly, we will not have the knowledge to be able even to take off from this planet. As I explained before, the Keshe Foundation and backing of number of governments, we move into bringing a nuclear technology back on the scene as a way to space and not as a way to weapon. I have accepted certain positions, as I said, which pushes me internationally, to teach and literally bring a new side of the nuclear industry into the horizon of the man's understanding and move the nations from weapon into a space program through nuclear interaction in plasma reactors that gives us the fuel to travel the span of the universe. We cannot tank oils and woods and everything else into our reactors to be able to travel. We have learned the way the Creator works. We have learned the process of creation, how celestial stars and entities move within the universe, hundreds and thousands of kilometers, millions of kilometers an hour. Now we apply that technology, and this brings us to one point. When you can travel at these kind of speeds, as I said, any point on this planet becomes second travel. Within seconds, minutes, you can be on one to another. As the Iranian article by the government announced, the newest space technology allows man to land on moon within minutes flight from Earth. So you understand the Iranian nuclear physicists in plasma technology have breached that barrier, and now we want to share. In the coming weeks, we announced the first international conference of leading space scientists and plasma scientists in Tehran. This will be done in conjunction with the Iranian universities, and this will be held live with the scientists present in the auditorium. In Iran, we have curved and understood the process of corona, and we will use it to show and demonstrate that the corona, as far as the Iranian understanding of technologies, is over, and we allow openly for people to attend. No masks, no cover, because we secure the place the way now is done in China and in Mahalat city in Iran. We had to wait for the transition time of the government, and once it takes place, the conference in Tehran will be announced. First of all, we'll have a 3-day conference with the Iranian scientists, and then on the back of it, international conference in Tehran, live with the scientists around the world, not only explaining the new plasma technology, but bringing humanity to understand the nuclear industry of the plasma and space technology of the Keshe Foundation in conjunction with the Iranian scientists and the rest of the world. We open the arena of conferences with a confidence that we have the solution, and the what we call the enhancement units will be demonstrated. And at the same time, the corona report will be published very soon internationally as a hard copy in bookshops, hopefully, and on Amazon.com, Keshe Foundation. We strive to bring the technology forward. As I said, it is all of us, from India to Africa, to South America, to North America, to what we call Israel, to Iran, to China, to Australia. Every corner knowledge seekers are. We will go and we understand the technology in a deep meanings of technology. It's a collective work, and all of us have to, step by step, support each other in every way to bring this forward. As you have seen, we have managed to set up a temporary studio for the Keshe Foundation TV, which very soon will move to a permanent place with all the facility of the, what we call an international television station. In so many ways, we are asking for the support of the knowledge seekers. And as we said, we start releasing people we need to be employed by the Keshe Foundation to cover these positions. For the new station, we need at least 2 people with the experience in producing and editing, and are knowledge seekers who understand the knowledge. It's not just a film to do. They understand the essence of it. If you are in that position, you can speak English, that you can communicate with us, please write to info@keshe.org. Keshe.foundation and put in bracket editor producer. You'll be moving to Linz permanently to reside here, and we pay standard wages for the process. This position needs to be filled very rapidly, as there's a lot of things and a lot of other videos and recordings are coming in, and we need to do it. I have spoken with the head of the Keshe Foundation Television, Neil, this morning, and we are officially advertising these two positions internationally. Secondly, as you know, our education side, KFSSI, is rapidly growing, and you're all teaching. Keshe Foundation, with the help of the knowledge seekers and member of the Universal Council and the groups who support us outside, has reached a position to set up a curriculum for the schools. A well-known international curriculum writer from government of, or what we call from our knowledge seekers from Greece, she has accepted to write the curriculum, which is acceptable by the government, as this is her job. And now we're asking for a number of knowledge seekers who can write with her the theoretical side, as she makes the knowledge of the technology of plasma fun for children in the school from age of 3 to 5 to university. Maybe in the near future, we extend these teaching curriculums to what we call university level, as will be done in Iran. We need knowledge seekers like Emmanuel in Malta and some other teachers who can help and write this theoretical side that the what we call curriculum writer can translate it into the practical, or what we call physically children being able to do everything with the ganses and everything else that they can learn in a what we call a school environment. The first two schools in Italy will be used for this test, hopefully in the coming weeks, where the teaching of the Keshe Foundation will be as part of the additional curriculum accredited to the studies, which means in a way by September, these will be part of the school curriculum. That means the student can take an extra subject, being the Keshe Foundation Plasma Technology, and all this will be run by the KFSSI education side, which means we offer these curriculums to all the education communities around the world. We thank especially the knowledge seekers in Greece who have set this up for us, at the same time as the other knowledge seekers who set up with everything else, especially the Universal Council members. This is part of the work which has started, and in a process, we develop more to be able to move into the next phase. We have had a very good news in the past few days. One of the knowledge seekers has donated financial support for the purchase of an enhancement unit and a vertical unit to be donated to any nation which is needed. We have spoken to the donor, and we have spoken to the nation to receive it. And as the ethos of the Keshe Foundation, we have supported 1-to-1 by the donation of the one enhancement unit and one vertical unit. Keshe Foundation supports 1-to-1. We have offered the 2 units to the nation which we agreed, and respectively, we agreed instead of one nation having 2 units, we have donated the second unit of Keshe Foundation to a second nation. So now, thanks to the what I call donation of one of the knowledge seekers in the world, 2 nations, which there was no possibility, more or less remote, to receive such an advanced technology, now they receive it like it does with Arizona and the rest. We, as received the donation, I call the donor and I said, Keshe Foundation is not another church. Keshe Foundation is not another temple that we hold money. I would like this donation to be used for helping and supporting. And we have gradually have brought the understanding that the investment we receive will be spent on the Keshe Foundation. And so we have moved the resources provided for this purpose to knowledge seekers, to those who need, and expanding the knowledge beyond borders. In a way, it's like a family. When you see one of the members of the family are in need of something, or you can help them live a bit easier life, you support them in the background. That's what we done. I thank the donor, and I thank both nations who receive us through the members of Universal Councils, the donation by the generosity of the donor. We do not release names and positions, and it's open. If you want to donate for this purpose, Keshe Foundation receives directly into the what we call Stichting, the Keshe Foundation in Holland. In so many ways, Keshe Foundation has started moving in a beautiful way, the way we wanted to, and in a way that we are achieving. In a very short time, we announced more development. And as the factories take shape, we are expecting Mexico to come into operation in the next week or two. We expect China will come to a new position of agreement with the Chinese authorities in the next couple of weeks. We have received a massive support donation of 100 million from a government that allows us on their donation to open 2 major factories around the world. This is a governmental donation to the Keshe Foundation support, and in due course, we announce the donation which we have received is to be confirmed completely in documentation. And in that process, Keshe Foundation for the first time has received a 100 million cash donation support in conjunction with the government to establish not in the country of donation to outside the country of donation. There is a possibility once this takes shape, it will extend it to more structures. Again, I thank the organization and the government in making such a donation, and it will take a few months for everything to take shape, contracts to be signed, but it has come from one of the leading nations in the world to support the Keshe Foundation to set up a structure parallel for every factory. They asked us we set up outside the country, a factory will be set up inside the country in parallel. So if we set up 10 factories with their support around the world in the next few years, we open 10 factories inside their nation, 1-to-1, very much the way we did with the enhancement unit. I thank the leaders of the nation, and they know they're online. We thank them for their support. Once this takes shape, you will hear, we will announce in conjunction with which government. The Keshe Foundation has broken through in a very large way. And in so many ways, this process of teaching, education, and everything else now is taking shape. We expect to open Nigeria very soon. We expect to open our second position in Austria within the next few weeks. And everything is taking shape for the Keshe Foundation to truly become an international organization in the front line. As I said, it seems that there was a need for a television channel, and the start of the process that we share everything correctly with everyone else, that the world nations start responding from knowledge seekers to government. As I said, when we received the offer of 100 million for 2 projects outside the country and 2 projects inside equal amount, it was in a way confirmation of the technology being accepted by the nation. As I said, I thank the leaders and the organizers of the process for us in the country. As you have seen, Keshe Foundation does not hide, but as it goes through, we announce more developments and more structures for development of the technology that all the nations around the world will be the same. In so many ways, we go back to the original teaching. We go back to where we started. As I explained to you from the last few weeks and past few months, coming in March 21st, we start the teaching on the structure of the books, the way the books are said to be, and why the books were released in the sequence. We taught about the book in a very easy way. You're all familiar with these three books. You are all have seen, bought, or read these three books. But now there is a new dimension. As I said, everything in the world of creation is the same. It's just at the level of our understanding. Now we have come to a new level of understanding using the three books. Book number 1, creation of matter. Book number 2, structure of the light. Book number 3, the origin of universe. Just slight change. Book number 3, the origin of creation, the creator. What we call the principle, what we call the center, what we call God, what we call the creation, where everything started from. In a transfer of what we call the transition through the light to another dominion and dimension in the universe. At certain point in the state of the, what we call magnetic gravitational field strength becomes the matter state, the creation, the visible, the what we understand. Then we understand from creator to man. Now we understand the transfer of the fields. And this is where the new technology and new teaching starts. How the fields of the creator in traveling the depth of the universe which he has created end up with the creation of man. In so many ways, the universal order of universe, the creator, the structure the creator transmits his love and his care, and the way he manifests himself as man and not matter. Maybe now we all understand what does this mean. It is, as I take the capitals, the ultimate love for man from the creator. In so many ways, we understand now through the process and in the teaching to come, how we learn the fields of the creator has ended up with the man as part of the fields of his creation. In so many ways, the same book, as I said, if you read this book with different understandings, you will come to understand totally different meaning. But the same book, change the name, the origin of the universe, the origin of creation, the creator. How did his fields, the vision of his strength in development has led through the transfer of fields of itself to creation of man. How have we come to become part of it? But we lost the connection. We never saw ourselves in that position. In so many ways, mankind with a new intellect and a new understanding has to come to understand he is part of us as we are part of him. We transfer knowledge, we transfer technology, but in reality, it's his knowledge, it's his technology, it's his understanding of the creation in how we interpret the extension of the knowledge from creator to creation and from book to book. In so many ways, we do not make any difference. It's just that how we understand it according to our intelligence. In so many ways, the story of the origin of life, the story of the origin of the magnetic field, the origin of the creator was written in the first book, second book, and a third book. And in so many ways, now we understand. We start teaching from the point of the man point of view, the matter, and how it can transfer itself to reach the level of understanding of its creator. And now we start a process and how the fields of the creator has led to creation of man. The same as what we said. The principle, which is the origin, the creator, the transition, where his fields will end up, and the creation of man. The man, in so many ways, has become to understand he is part of the creator. It's him that, in essence, by reduction in fields, has created us. We have led to the creation of maybe some others in the time to come. There is no end. There is no finish. There is no deadline. There is no day of promise. There is no day of judgment. Everything is a sequence of events, of interaction of the fields. And in some, the fields travel the span of universe in different strength. And when at some point manifest themselves as man, then for a short time, through the interaction of the field of the soul of the man and the soul of physicality of the man and the man itself, we may dictate a little movement of the little field somewhere to pick up a bread, to meet somebody somewhere else, to create another life as a very little deviation or in a process of life of the fields of the creator. In a way, when you are a body, you don't control every cell in the body because it's set in automatic production. But if any harm or any pain comes to one cell in the furthest point from your body, on your toe or your finger, you feel it and you do something about it. You make steps, you take steps to heal it, to recover from the damage has been done. This is the same with the creator. The creator, as part of his extension of his existence, feels the pain of the man in what he has done to himself and the pain of the creation on this planet. And this is why the way when you have a wound on your toe, you plaster it, you put ointment on it, you look after it till it heals. That's why the creator has taken a step to heal the process of the pain of the man and the creation on this planet. There is no difference between the creator and the man in the direction of physicality of the pain and love and the rest. The way we nourish our children and we give them love, we create children for us to love, that through our love, they love the creator, is the same way by the creator. We are created as a children of him in a way for him to nourish and to love. And mankind has to understand this step. Mankind has to understand the way in a physical structure, as we are a collection of dynamic fields we call the human body, and we looked after every cell of it, the creator does the same. When it comes to the point of love, he loves his creation and he gives like a father to the child. And when he says something is damaged and needs to be repaired, he takes steps to heal it, to bring it to correct way, that the other organs do not fail, the other parts can function properly. If you have a damaged toe, you limp and you don't let the rest function properly. you do something to heal it. And this is the process. That's why the creator and the creation runs, and the way creator has decided to heal that damage which mankind has inflicted on himself and its community as a citizen of this planet. And this process of healing has taken place thousands of years. To the creator is not a second I'll do. To the creator, I repair it, that it doesn't happen again. And when it happens, it heals itself. It doesn't become an infection that continuously stays on, but I correct it from its roots. I correct the soul of the man, that the man works in the essence of creation. This is where the new technology and the new teaching of the Keshe Foundation will take us, to the essence of understanding the process of the creation, understanding the love of creator, the way we protect and we love our physicality. In so many ways, the new teaching we take steps from today on is how we connect from the created to the creator. How we take steps to become part of understanding the process of the creation. Mankind needs to be kind to itself first. In so many ways, we take steps to understand this process. In so many ways, we take knowledge from the creator and decipher it. We open the knowledge in so many ways that we can understand what it means to be part of the creator. And if he is perfect, how can we create a perfect man? The process of the teaching takes a new shape and dimension. As I said, understanding the process of how we've been created and how we've gone through this transition of over billions of years for the field of the creator to reach, to become the man for a very short time to manifest itself in a dimension of physicality where the soul of the man will take dominion in a dimension of the universal condition that transfers the knowledge of the creator, the love of the creator with a new energy center, what we call the soul of the man, across to another dimension and position in the universe, that in that dominion will manifest itself maybe as a plasma of the fields, maybe as another star, maybe as another center point that it leads to creation of another cycle for the manifestation of the creator at the point and the time and the place through the love of the creator. In a way, we take the energy from the food, which is again essence of the creation itself from creator, and we transfer it into the blood, and we take it from one position to another to manifest maybe at the strongest point as a cell of the heart. And then when it weakens, we transfer that energy to another point to become the cell of the lung. And then the body takes that energy to another point to transfer to become the skin of the man. The one thing that the knowledge seekers have to understand, the process of the biology of the man is the process of the creation from the creator. Nowadays, we say when the cell of the man had 28 days, then it goes. It doesn't go. Body is the most efficient technology center in the universe. When a cell in a strength built from the top, when it reaches the level of is used that the strength cannot hold if it's the cell of the ball of the heart, but it does not get rid of that cell. Doesn't get rid of the energy of it. It has put a lot of effort to make it. So what it does, it transfers that energy to another cell level lower, but the highest level for itself. This is what has not been understood in the world of the science and technology and biology, where we just speak about the kidney. we speak about the intestine, we speak about the leg or a muscle tissue of the leg. But the body doesn't go and get rid of everything. No, the body starts at the highest level in energy with the strongest, and then as it goes weaker, it takes it to another position. It's a second-hand use, it's a third-hand use. Us as a whole, we are the millionth hand use of the same energy magnetic field. So there is nothing different in the process of the creation of the creator. As the creator reduces in the strength of his distance from his source, does not get rid of the energy. It transforms it to another creation, another position in the universe ready for the next creation. We call it the liver, we keep reserves. It's the same in the work of the universe. We have stars and galaxies, which are the reserve tank of the universe. No different than the body of the man. Now, when it's needed, we transfer this through. Mankind has to come to understand the micro and macro in the world of the creation is the same as the world of the man. It's a replication, but in different strength. But in essence, it's only one man. And in essence, it's only one creator. We are creator of the cells of every cell of our body. So is the creator in creation of every being within the structure of his physicality. But there is one major question that needs to be answered. Is there only one creator? And if it is, who confirms his existence? Or is it a collection of creators that their collection collectively create the true creator? Are we part of a structure of existence of one body that it shows a confirmation of existence to another? What is the other that confirms the existence of this? The world of theology hits the rock at this point. But if you understand, in so many literatures over past thousands of years, we have called it Eve. We have called it the essence of existence of another that confirms the existence of the creator, which created out of the original that it confirmed the existence of is a neutron, which then become a proton and electron. Is that electron the Eve, or is that electron to confirm the existence of the proton? The love of the woman confirms the love for the man which gives to the woman. Then, if such a presentation acceptable, then it comes, is the unicos, the child of the presentation of the two, the children of the creator, and we are part of the organ of one. As I said, the truth sits in the structure where the creator itself has created. In so many ways, mankind has to become to understand the truth in parallel with understanding the technology, the ethos of life, the ethos of understanding the totality. How far we go to understand the creator depends on our approach to understand our own creation. Mankind cannot sit and watch and just come up with any theory which he cannot prove. The reason we released these 3 books and we keep it to the 3 for the time being that the man matures is because man has to understand the totality of the process. Mankind has to understand that from now on, how do the energies from every dominion from the strength of the creator has led to creation of galaxy? What strength has led to creation of it? And how do we work with it? If a galaxy is a lever. How do we operate with it? This galaxy, does it take energy? Or this galaxy does give energy? This galaxy, in a cooperation with other galaxies as a cluster, make a kidney, where this galaxy is only one cell in that kidney. Now mankind has to understand this, that it allows him to travel different space of the universe and guarantees existence. The new understanding of the science of the space, in understanding the totality of the physiology of the man, is the physiology of the creator. How much he cares to produce and to look after every cell, every galaxy, every star, every planet, and every living things in those planets, which is created out of his own strength, is the same as the responsibility of the man. The way we look after our nail, our hair, our posture, our skin, our single cell, that is always in perfect condition. The creator reaches and demands nothing but perfection. So is the man to himself. The process of understanding this will be very hard for some, and some will grasp it with a flick of a finger. Because those who are ready will go through the transition of understanding which fields we treat will give them an opportunity, and which fields will give them and open a chance for them to move closer to the creator. This is what I said in a way in preparation in the past couple of weeks. It takes a second for anyone to understand the position and the direction to the creator, as we are connected to him as is connected to us. As I said in many teachings, we see stars because we see them as they feel the strength, as they feel the strength of the vision of us. But within the soul of us, we have the vision of the creator. It depends if we want to look at the creator. If we see ourselves a servant to the servitude of his services around the universe and the universe, that we become part of him. To look out, not within. To be a giver, not the selfish collector. We receive as we need, but the reality is the same structure of the creator. In so many ways, in the new cycle of teaching, we teach you how to make that cell of the toe. We teach you how to become the cell of the heart. We teach you how to become the cell of the soul of the creator, that in essence you become the totality of the creation, as through his soul leads to the creation of the emotion of the creator. In so many ways, the new cycle of teaching will bring mankind to question his integrity and his own identity. In so many ways, mankind becomes wise to how kind he is to the kind of man he wants to be. In so many ways, we see ourselves as the intermediary between the creator and what our souls will create in the future to be the beauty of the creator. How beautiful you want that, what you create to be. That is your soul. This is understanding of the totality of the creation. I made man in the image of myself. In so many ways, I make man in the image of the love of myself. In so many ways, mankind reaches through the new position to find himself and his society and his planet, what kind of life we will lead. In understanding of this, many of us will fail, or we see ourselves as a failure. But if we reach that point, we have reached a point of maturity that we have found our weakness, and in how we can use that to become the strength for us to reach the Creator. As I said, it takes a second, milliseconds of a wish of a soul, the true soul of the man, for his wish to become reality. Do not look at the time span, look at the end result. Many knowledge seekers, they say, how do we see our soul? Look why you are at that position in your life to ask yourself that question. What has brought you to the point of maturity to understand this, that what is my purpose? Which cell am I that my creation and what is created out of me as the soul of me will lead to be the perfect part of the Creator in the time to come, the day of judgment. What would I like to be? What would I like to see to be? In so many ways, the new process of teaching changes many things. In a way, with the enhancement unit, with advanced technology, with nanotechnology, we showed you the way. Now is for you to understand how you can use these processes to reach the point of elevation to where you want to go to. This is why in the past teachings I kept on referring to let the gases go, understand the field transfer, understand what fields are, because these gases are like little suns. And in that process, we can fully understand the process of the creation. In that process, we decide where to go and how to be able to teach our understanding to the others, not necessarily by the words. Words and sound is the attribute of living man. We have to learn the knowledge of the universe, the language of the soul, the language of the interaction of the plasmas, which we call the soul of the man and the soul of the Creator. In so many ways, we have to come to understand in reality where and how we go and what we see and what it leads to our creation. In so many ways, we cannot see, we do not understand the process. But in so many ways, we have to come to understand what the creation is and what we need to do. We see what mankind will bring to us to understand for us to be what kind of the man we want to be. In understanding the totality, we come to understand the reality. How we came to be from one atomic structure, molecular structure, to a process of a separation to call nano, and then the process of the gas. And then from that process, what we see and what we have and what we understand is very simple. We started with you with the process of molecular structure. Then we taught you the structure in the phase of nano. If you look at it, we came as a molecular, as a totality of the man to the next step, as what we call the creation. And in that process, we came from collective to individual. And then we added the GANs technology to it. And if you look, we went from total physicality to separation to be a collective loose, but understand it, then becoming a gas. And in a way, if you look at it, what is the next step? The next step is nothing but the field of creation in the line of the dimension connection to the Creator. In a way, if I put this one here and I put this one here and show you this, what it is, the matter state, the man, the transition to the creator. And in so many ways, the fields of the Ganses is the path to the creator. If you understand how to collect it, how to connect with it, and how to develop it. And the process of the creation in the coming weeks and months is this. In so many ways, I showed you something very simple. And in that process, we spoke about a cup of life. Cup of life is the fields of the life which brings man to that point of interaction. The way life is and the way life connects with what we call the creator. We have to understand this process if mankind is to move to the next level of creation. If mankind is to understand its own purpose on the creator. In so many ways, do we want to stay in this level? Or would we like to proceed to this? And the fields of this, which lead us to the dimension and dominion of the creator. In so many ways, does what we call in the background, you see as a material enhancement unit, is a way that changes the man from the material state to the level of the fields of the strength of the creator. This is where the knowledge will come to be. This is where mankind has to understand to be physically in touch with itself. Then now you understand where I take you in the coming teaching. Try to show you the path in a strength of the field of the creation and the creator, and see where would you like to go. Would you like to become another moon and then another life which comes from the lower level of the moon, further away from the earth, in a way that be further from the, in a way, strength-wise, to the sun, and from the sun position in the galaxy? Or would you like to take a path directly into the galaxy and become part of the unicos, independently? The strength of the field of the man is the power of the knowledge of the man, in how to manipulate, in how to understand the technology in the essence of the creation. The new teachings, which starts from today, as we said, is the beginning of the change, is the beginning of us to understand ourselves, and with this will come new technologies. Zero-time communication, zero-time travel, zero-time emotion and feeling of understanding of creation. In the coming days, when you see the new enhancement units will be released, we can set the unit in lens and we can control it with our thoughts and emotion in South America. Every plasmatic unit, every enhancement unit will be controlled not by a central computer as you imagine, but by a system and a technology that we control with our emotion. In the past few days, I have taught this to the research center knowledge seekers, that we do not need to be, if you understand the process of the connection of the fields of the plasma. In so many ways, we have to understand in two ways. We take in the world of fantasy, of dreaming, or we take steps in understanding how we can create dimensions of reality and existence using the present knowledge we have. Because mankind wants to see Mankind does not want to create materials that he cannot do anything with it. The enhancement unit for what we call material is that material the man itself. Are we creating the creation of life through the enhancement unit material? Do you want to produce gold, or do you want to produce a cell of man? Or do you want to produce the energy strength that reaches you to the center, closer to the creator? Many times I explain the point will come where you will see light in this box, where the soul of the man interacts with the fields of the creation, and in that point enlightens. The knowledge and the technology of today will change. The new tools, the new equipments, the new systems which will introduce in coming time through understanding of the transportation and elevation of the soul of the man to a higher level will change the man's industry and the world of work. We create jobs to keep man busy, not to be mischievous, but to serve better. In the past, the governments kept people busy that they could control. In the coming time and from future time, we create so much joy for man to exist that man will have no opportunity to think of mischievousness. In a way, to create war needs planning, and to create peace needs love and understanding. Two different things, two different points. We show our power with the expansion of the technology. And this is what I said to the Iranian leaders. We take the process of the peace and the distribution of the knowledge by the horn from Iran, and then we take you through. In the next week's teaching, we show you for the first time what we call the Temple of Mitra. It still exists. And the Keshe Foundation knowledge seekers in past 2 or 3 days have been there. They've taken a video of it that you will see Mitra wasn't a mythicism. Ahura Mazda wasn't a mythicism. The Universal Council for Iran, Farsi language, is in that area today, and in past 2 or 3 days, and they're videoing what you call it a Mitra. To us as Iranian is the reality of the temples and worship of the beauty of the Creator. In that process, we understand where everything comes from. What is the love of God, and where and how we become the lighting, shining, what we call meteorites, bright lights in the sky, in the universe, and not in the atmosphere of the earth. The new technology and the enhancement units application, which is coming into horizon, and you will see in the development of the new technologies, will take man to the new horizon. Will take man to understand even these systems do we need, or is it an intermediary process for us to be able to travel the span of the universe? In so many ways, does mankind need to know more to be able to take that step? When we know more, we lose our fear of what we didn't know before. And in that process, that's where we come to. We need to understand the process of the creation. We need to understand the process of the Creator, conversion of his fields to us as created, that we lose our fear and the abuse by the others, not only in the name of the religion and theology, but from those who we meet in space. As we take us, we know nothing, they can take us for a ride. As I promised from the beginning of the teaching, I take man into a space that he'll be equal and not subordinate. And for that reason, the next phase of teaching, which starts from today, is that phase. to be the true man of life, and not only one cup, one life, to be a collection of knowledge of Creator. In so many ways, today's teaching is the beginning of the phase of transition for man to know his Creator. You feed yourself with the knowledge, you go to school to understand more about your physical condition and the environment and whatever you believe in to understand more. You eat the best food to create a healthy body. With a new teaching, and starting from today, we teach you how to educate yourself with the knowledge of the Creator by yourself and no intermediary, because we show you the keys and the ways, and we show you how to absorb energies of the universe to be able to reach that point by yourself. But no one can be intermediary and no one may abuse you. The love of the Creator is for the creation, and I love you so much in totality. And in that process, we spread the knowledge of the Creator to the created. But you have to understand there are two ways, two paths. You can nourish the physicality to confirm the existence, and you can nourish the soul to confirm his true soul. In a way, I made man in the image of myself. As I have the soul, and man is part of my creation of physicality, so is man in the dimension of physicality, and his soul to control and develop and to love more. In a way, from now on, we go on two tracks. One track is the knowledge of the creation and the Creator, and one track is how to look after the physicality that it stays perfect in serving the Creator in the dimension of the soul and the physicality of the man. In so many ways, the breakthrough which you all thought will become the end of the world, it will be the promised day, it will be what we call the end, and the beginning is today. Because now we start a new cycle. The end has come and a new beginning starts. In a way, mankind moves from being in a dimension of physicality and the fear of existence to the dimension of immortality, understanding the creation of the Creator. In so many ways, do I love myself, or am I part of the loving process of the Creator to love all? And in that process, do I need to hold on to everything I have in the dimension of physicality, or do I give everything that in that process, through my soul, I accommodate for the others to reach that point? In a way, if you look at it, I become this system. My soul, my existence become this system to elevate the other souls which come within me. I'm just a tool. In a way, it's the way I lived and the way I live. In so many understandings, we still need the physicality of fields, not necessarily tangibility, to be able to elevate the other souls that within us, within our energy, they become that light inside, that they reach the perfection closer to the Creator. And this is the purpose of the creation. This is why we come as messengers, to transfer this knowledge for man to forget the dimension of physicality, but understand physicality is part of the process for it to reach the Creator. In so many ways, the teaching from now on is, as I said, a dual way. You are in the ocean of the fields of the universe, and at the same time, you depend on yourself to become that meteorite, to shine in the skies of the universe, not in the horizon at the night of the earth. In so many ways, detachment, it doesn't come by talk. Detachment comes by understanding the totality. In the past years, we tried to explain the depth of the knowledge through books. Now the book comes within the soul of the man. The book comes with the understanding of how mankind will be kind to himself to take himself to any point of transition as he wishes. In so many ways, we dictate the future of ourselves in the development of the new technologies, in understanding the process of the creation. And in so many ways, do you want to be the cup? Or do you want to be the water in that cup? Or do you want to be the fields in that cup? As the man drinks the cup, the fields of his creation leads to the totality of the creator. In so many ways, mankind has to come to understand one point. Do I want to be this water? Or do I want to be the fields of the water? That from it, I can lead to creation of further light, to bring comfort and satisfy the thirst of knowledge and the soul of the man. The reality sits in a very clear direction. Whichever you choose, the process of the creator will be done. You might delay it for a few seconds in your life or very little in your time. But in totality, when you drink that water, the essence of the satisfying the thirst will be satisfied by every cell of the man instantaneously. Not for the time that the water is digested by the body of the man. And that's the feeling and emotion that we strive to create for you to understand, to be that water and not the bottle. To be there to transfer the fields of the love of the creator, unconditional what is put in that water or where that water is put. In so many ways, in the very recent past, we explained this in a very, very simple way. We gave you what we call the cup of life, the energy within a cup. But at the same time, we did not choose and became selective. We gave the same thing to a plant. Which one would you like to be? And does it matter to you which one you give your life to or the energy of your existence of your life? In so many ways, how do we see ourselves? And in so many ways, how do we want to be? In so many ways, doesn't matter, you feed the man or you feed the plant. Are you elevating the soul of a plant or are you elevating the soul of a man? Doesn't matter if this cup has been left and drank by a cat or by a bird. Which one do we choose? Or does it matter if in this plant you grow a rose or a thorn? Now, mankind has to make that decision. Now, mankind has to understand the totality of the purpose of its creation. In so many ways, we showed you the cup, we showed you the vessel, we gave you the water, and we gave you the understanding of the fields of its existence. In so many ways, we do not know where we shall go. And in so many ways, we need to know in which way we will transmit and transmute our fields of creation. In so many ways, doesn't matter if you're the cup or you're the water, or you're the energy which is embedded in the cup, or you're the energy which is embedded in the water. As long as you serve the elevation of the soul and the elevation of the physicality of the man. The question is simple. You, as man, like to see magics to believe. And in a coming time, we'll bring you the magic. Because then the magic convince you you can elevate yourself. The magic will convince you you can reach the level of understanding your creator. But the magic is you and not us and the tools we bring. We just show you how to get to that point and how to reach the point of elevation. In so many ways, our teaching and new teaching has just started. We work with you for nearly 10 years to get you from the matter state to the light and to the field. And it'll take me thousands of years to take you from man to the soul of the creator. And that change has started from today. And this is what we call the promise day. The promise for man to understand his creator and not for him to be judged if he's done good or bad. In a way for you to understand the next phase, to understand the beginning, we stay humble amongst men and we live amongst them because it's the only way we can share the knowledge with man. But we choose the time and place and we choose the essence of the creation. This process from now on cannot be stopped. And this process shall never be stopped, as is the same process as the rest of the creation in the universe has gone through, and mankind now reaches the level to be able to start that journey. Except one thing, there is no one who knows more than you, and there is no one who can teach you more than you. You teach yourself through the strength of the soul of the creator, as now you understand you have access to him direct, and there is no need for intermediaries. There are those who are guardians to show you the way, but there are not those who dictate you the way. There is a big difference. Make sure in understanding the process of the creation, you understand the totality of the creator, not what you envisage and not what you dream to be. You shall never see the creator with your own eyes, as the eye is the eye of physicality, but you feel his presence as in essence is the emotion of the soul of the existence. In so many ways, mankind will become mature to this point, to love unconditionally, which means to give in the essence of living, but not to be carried away that I love so much and I don't get enough. What you received is the totality of what you could absorb. This was the totality of point of maturity. It's you who has to open the next level and travel to the point of understanding that where the next love comes from and what would that bring me? Would it bring me to point of maturity, or am I to love more that in that process I receive to mature? Mankind will learn the way of the creation and the creator in a very, very short time. As every week and every explanation, we try to bring it more into understanding level of the man and the point of maturity of himself. Many of you were waiting for the time of resurrection. In a way, today is that day because we have resurrected your souls to be able to understand yourself and your creation and the process the way to the creator. In a way, we are awakening your souls, which is the path to your creator. In a way, there is no need for messengers where the message is with the man itself within his soul. You have to find that path. You have to find that process. You have to understand in the Keshe Foundation, we bring you the tools to be able to satisfy that thirst, the knowledge, the systems that it might give you that step up to elevate your soul and the physicality to mature in understanding of totality. You don't need a degree from university to be a PhD or a doctor. And you do not need to be a street sweeper or a farmer or a peasant, or what I call street cat. It depends on the point of understanding and the maturity of the man in how that process of the existence and closeness to the Creator and the path of living understood by the man, be it on this planet, be it in depth of the space, or be it in another universe, in the dimension of the Creator. It is, in a way, important for us to understand this, as the process of the creation will become much easier for mankind, that you have to decide which path you take. You want to go, in essence, to understanding of the totality from man himself to his soul, or you want to choose the dimension from your soul to the dimension of the soul of Creator. A physical way will take you billions of years, and the physicality of the man will not last that long. But the maturity of the soul, in one instance, will take you to the Creator. In so many ways, mankind has to understand the totality of the creation in all dimensions, and not only in his imagination. You have to choose which way you want to go. In the Keshe Foundation teachings, as knowledge seekers, we teach you both ways. And it's for you to decide. In so many ways, mankind will understand the totality of the creation by the dimension of strength of his own belief in servitude and nothing else. I hope I open your eyes into a new dimension and a direction which the Keshe Foundation will take. This is the beginning of the spring, and the beginning of the spring in the knowledge of the man, and the direction to the world of the unicos, where we make you part of a universal community, where that community in reality is the Creator, created by his field. How closer you want to be close to the center of the creation within the universal community is the community which you create yourself through the strength of your soul. And with it, in giving, in loving, you receive more and you understand more. In so many ways, we go through the process of understanding, going in understanding of the totality. In reality, is mankind ready for this journey? It's taken me years to prepare you, and for thousands of years to set the scene. Now it's time to make that day, the day of judgment, the day of move where the man judges himself to travel with his soul or physicality, knowing the dimension of physicality is temporary, where the soul of the man will take flight in the world of the Creator, in the dimension of his field and his strength. As I said, maybe you understood. When we receive a donation, we call the donator and we ask, you decide. As the Keshe Foundation will not hold to make temples and churches and Vaticans to hold money while the others starve outside the door 20 meters away. What comes to us will transfer to the others, as the wealth of this planet worth nothing. As we can produce as much wealth as man could never imagine, as the man is the cell in a toe of the Creator, and the heart of the Creator is nothing but gold. So which one do you want to have? As we are within the gold, or within the heart, or to be that cell, which one to be away? Think about what is being taught today and listen to it. because we set the new scene. We have set the new direction, and it's for you to decide. Now that we are free to teach without restriction, if we get and if we understand the truth of the knowledge, mankind will take new dimension. We are halfway through the teaching of today, and in that process, we would like to go through a break, and in that process, we listen to some commercials, take a break, and we come back to answer some of your questions. But remember one point: is mankind ready to be kind to itself, to take that dimension? And it's for you to decide if you want to go through the path of physicality and break very soon, because physicality has a measure according to the environment and the strength of it, or you take the path of the soul, where you interact and receive from the universe, and you give from universe to exist in the dimension of the soul of the man. We go for a break, and we come back, and we start trying to answer some of your questions, if there are any. And I hope you mature enough that there will be no question in finding the path to the Creator.
Thank you, Mr. Keshe. This is the 373rd Knowledge Seekers Workshop, and we'll take a few minutes break here and be back. So stay tuned.
Nadszedł czas zmiany, przejścia do prawdziwego działania wszechświata. I nadszedł czas, aby zrozumieć, że używamy stanu materii, by osiągnąć poziom zrozumienia duszy człowieka. Teraz rozumiesz, być może, dlaczego Kreator wysłał swoich posłańców w imię tego, co miałeś. To oni przynoszą uszy, aby można było ich użyć, gdy nadejdzie czas Mesjasza. Mogę nauczyć duszę i przesłanie. Nie by się przeciwstawiać, ale poprzez ich zrozumienie, przez tych, którzy stali się Mesjaszami, aby dawać ze swoich dusz, aby ich elewować. Zadanie stało się łatwe. Szkoła jest tutaj i uczniowie są tutaj w oddaniu. Wtedy nie będzie żadnej walki między tym, co nazywają muzułmanami, a chrześcijanami. Baranek i lew będą jeść i spać w tym samym gnieździe. Chrześcijanie i muzułmanie będą spać i modlić się w meczecie, w tym samym kościele, w imię ich dusz, nie w imię religii, które są używane do tworzenia tak wielu konfliktów, dla korzyści tych, którzy byli hiperaktywnymi dziećmi. Nadszedł czas, czas zmian jest tutaj. I jak powiedziałem, moje życzenie jest moim rozkazem. Jeśli pragniesz ujrzeć pokój, droga pokoju jest wyłożona bardzo wyraźnie. To dusza świadomości zbiorowej. Poprzez dawanie stworzy tą pozycję zmiany. Nic innego. W duszy człowieka nie ma długopisu. Jestem pewien, że po wejściu do społeczności uniwersalnej nigdy nie zobaczysz niczego zapisanego, ale równowagę pól duszy egzystencji. Staraj się być na tyle pokornym, aby nie stać się aroganckim w mocy, którą zrozumiałeś i posiadłeś. Inaczej wpadniesz w tą samą ścieżkę kościoła i meczetu. To jest to, co obiecaliśmy i to właśnie dostarczyliśmy. Musimy zrozumieć działanie duszy. I musimy zrozumieć, że dusza człowieka jest gwiazdą w kosmosie wszechświata. Jeśli porównamy duszę człowieka i tak wielu nas, 7 miliardów w jednym zbiorze, Ziemia jest jak galaktyka z tak wieloma gwiazdami. Kiedy patrzymy w głąb wszechświata, widzimy galaktyki z setkami milionów gwiazd. Podobnie jest z planetą Ziemią. Niesie 7 miliardów pięknych gwiazd, które są duszą człowieka. Niesie z sobą duszę tak wielu trylionów zwierząt, roślin i wszystkiego innego. Jeśli więc patrzą ci, którzy nie widzą fizyczności Ziemi i jej zawartości, co widzą? Widzą galaktykę z wielką ilością pięknych, świecących świateł. Każda według swojej siły. Każda zgodnie ze swoją pozycją. Niemowlę ma piękną duszę, podobnie jak staruszek. Dla tych niefizycznych, którzy nie widzą fizycznego wymiaru tej planety, ale widzą siłę pola, jesteśmy gromadami gwiazd. Ludzka rasa, każda pojedyncza dusza, nikt z daleka nie widzi. To jest dusza rybaka, to jest dusza kosmologa, to jest dusza prezydenta. Wszystkie świecą bez względu na fizyczność. To jest magia. Oto co nowa nauka musi przynieść człowiekowi. Kiedy patrzymy przez naszą duszę, widzimy tylko gwiazdy w innych duszach. I to jest przełom. To jest zrozumienie. Na tym właśnie polegają te wszystkie nauki. Dojście do dojrzałości następnego poziomu, aby zrozumieć daleki kosmos. Wszechświat jest ostrygą dla tych dusz, które służą. Wtedy człowiek jest gotowy do wejścia w kosmos. Wtedy człowiek jest gotowy, aby stać się częścią uniwersalnej społeczności, która została obiecana. Nigdy nie obiecywałem wam nieba. Zawsze obiecywałem wam elewację człowieka, aby przyłączył się do rodziny. A teraz macie klucz. To wy musicie otworzyć drzwi, aby zrozumieć, że mogę elewować duszę tych ludzi lub milionów innych dusz, że fizyczne życie na tej planecie zmieni się. Wtedy jestem godny bycia częścią społeczności uniwersalnej, by być, aby służyć, aby się rozwijać, by być tam, aby być częścią, że w cyklu życia wszechświata staje się w byciu częścią, staje się częścią totalności. Kiedy człowiek osiągnie ten punkt, pojawi się nowy wymiar w sile duszy człowieka, który jest poza wyobrażeniem zrozumienia życia fizycznego. To jest brama do otwarcia nowego życia w nowym wymiarze, co jest poza wyobrażeniem tego, co mogliście nazwać nowym początkiem, nowym cyklem, gdzie ten cykl niesie ze sobą źródło stworzenia życia we wszechświecie i unikosie. To jest elewacja duszy, aby służyć. Stała się kluczem. Nie tron życia fizycznego. Czas jest odpowiedni. Nadszedł czas, aby człowiek przeszedł przez ten proces.